up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Trading Live with Bubba. It is Thursday, October the 10th. Well, CPI came out this morning exactly as expected, which was all BS, but market sold off, which is natural. One of the things you learn is to, as they say, buy the rumor, sell the news, and this was exactly what we saw today. Where we go from here, I don't know. It is extremely slow. Not a lot going on in the markets. Here, look at the volume declining, and this volume is not even close to what we consider slow volume. Okay, basically, you got a bunch of markets in consolidation without any real action right now. So there's not a lot for us to do from a day trading standpoint, but of course, we'll come back and continue to look. But we might as well go through. Our other trades have been working spectacular. So we cannot complain about that as we continue really just look for the probability edge. Apple, there's really nothing to do. It's just stuck in a little bit of a range here. Really, it's probably 225 to 235. You're in the middle. So where am I going to go? Okay, and that's one of the things you look at. Amazon, again, came off, as we talked about last week. It was oversold, was probably a buying opportunity, and sure enough, it popped right back to the mean. So again, these are the things, when markets are slow and there's a lack of overall activity, it's something that you want to look at. And here's a couple that I made that we didn't talk about. I think we might have talked about yen last week, but here, see this? Exploded higher. Markets cannot sustain a move that big without a retracement, okay? And it's exactly what happened, okay? Same thing went for win, okay? Straight up, came right back down. So again, those are extremes, but those are the types of trades we're looking for while we're waiting to become more active, okay? Coin, really in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's really stuck, and you can really define 160 to 180. Okay, so yes, we are near the lower end, but we are not oversold, and I'm not in such a hurry to jump in and buy here. I would rather wait until it extends, because at the end of the day, that's really what we should expect. Okay, let's see. We're getting a little selling here. I just want to make sure we're not missing any trades. Let's see what happens here. Again, one of the real problems I have with the market today is the lack of activity. Okay, I call it speed, which is really the emotion of other traders taking participation in the market. So it makes it a lot more challenging, a lot harder to trade. I think there's a lot of confusion. And of course, we got the election, which is really slowing these markets down. But one thing we do know is that interest rates have gone up every day since the Fed cut, with the exception of one, which tells you that you're just getting screwed by the Federal Reserve. Because all that really happened is the banks are making more money because they get the benefit of that lower rate. We do not. And mortgage rates are up as well. So I don't see much here yet. So we can pass and go back and look. Crowd, probably an opportunity to sell, and certainly it is. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look right now to potentially make a trade here. Crowd, Romeo Whiskey Delta. And I'll be doing these trades today for next week. Let's see, I'm going to sell the 300, 310 call spread, a 622 credit. Okay. It's like buying the 310 put, but I am giving up the potential of unlimited gain to the downside, but I am paying half the price. Okay. I'm paying $3.78 instead of $7.10, because I'm going to go ahead and make that trade, put that on right now. Okay. And we'll see if it fills. It is working. And let's go back to seeing what else is going on. Meta, as I said last week, that was a sell, and look what's going on. It has come back down from the 600 level all the way back down to 585. A nice little winning trade. Google continues to hover in the middle of nowhere. IWM continues to hover. Now here it is that you're getting close. So now we get down, around 215 or a little bit lower. You might want to start to sell some put spreads. One of the things we want to also notice, though, is that the range is narrow. There's less movement to expect. Okay. And you can see that the Bollinger Bands are narrowing, telling you that the actual standard deviation is a lot smaller, which makes it harder to make money as well. Moderna, well, if I continue to think, and I don't think anymore, I stopped thinking that the last time I thought there was a bottom in place, but you are very oversold. And I'm going to go ahead and look at Moderna right now too, and look at a trade there. Hold on. And now I'm going to do the opposite side. I'm going to sell a put spread. Okay, let me just pop up, populate, and for the 18th, Moderna is trading at 57. So let's sell the 68, 58, 68, 58 spread is actually trading at 848. Okay. So it's like buying the call for $1.52. The 58, not as much of as a bargain as just buying the call. So here's where you make a decision yourself. The call itself is trading at 168. So all I'm saving is about 20 cents. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and take this trade and save the 20 cents. Okay. And let's go back to where we were. And Microsoft, again, a little bit oversold the other day. An opportunity. I did not take it myself. I wasn't with you on Tuesday. So if you understand what I'm showing and teaching, then maybe you took it. I did not. So I can't take credit for a good trade or not, but it did do what I would have expected had I had traded it. Nugget. There you go. Again, we weren't together, so I can't take credit for it, but it would have been a nice little place to bounce. And of course, you can see that Nugget looks like it's in a solid uptrend, and every dip down, especially if it gets oversold within that range, is a potential buy. NVIDIA, again, is a sale, okay, which I'm going to go ahead and sell that now. And again, remember, I'm doing all these for next week. And again, it has nothing to do, it has no regard in what my opinion overall is on a stock or not. It is strictly playing the overall probability. Okay, that's all I'm looking to do. So I want to sell a call spread. So let's say if I want to sell, we'll do the 124, 134. Okay, and that's a 740 credit, 260. So it's like buying these 134 put for 260 instead of 330. Okay, I can take that. Okay, and got these in working. Let's go back to where I'm at here and see if there's anything worthwhile looking at. Get a little bit of a bounce. Okay. We would have been looking to be buyers, but the markets did not qualify for me to make a trade. So I'm not going to feed you a line of BS and tell you that you should have bought. Again, we're really just kind of chopping back and forth here. And again, the lack of volume is a concern. We will not make a trade in the NASDAQ unless the volume goes above there. We will not make a trade in the S&P unless the volume goes above there. I think you get the idea that there's just really nothing going on. So what's the point of me trying to get involved? Okay, something just filled. Hold on, let me tell you what it was. The NVIDIA spread filled. Okay, good. All right, and Moderna spread filled. Good. All right, let's go back to where we were. The Qs. They were a little bit overbought. Again, if they rally today, they'd be a sale, but I wouldn't be selling them here yet. And you do have PPI tomorrow. You got JP Morgan's earnings starting tomorrow. So again, I'm not overly anxious as we start this earnings season. And you can probably figure you get JP Morgan, all the other banks tomorrow, plus Goldman Sachs coming out. These numbers are going to be good because, of course, the rate cut helps them because it makes the spread wider as to what they're lending at. You and me, the borrower, got screwed because interest rates have gone up every day, but the banks are making another 0.5% because if you understand the way the system works, the banks borrow from the Federal Reserve and they're borrowing at 4.5%. They lend out to whoever they lend out to, but let's say they're lending out at 7, 8%, 9%. They're making that spread between 4.5% and what they lend out at. So basically, the banks got a 0.5% raise on all of their loans. Okay. Square Dance, Sierra, Quebec. this would be one that we'd be looking to sell, and I'm going to go ahead and look at that right now. SQ. And let's see, SQ. I'd sell, let's say, the 60, 70 for 855. It's close. It's not a dramatic bargain. It is about 10% cheaper to sell the spread, which I will do. That's one of the benefits of being on Tradier, is there's no commission cost, so I don't have to account into that into play. Always works out well, which is why I love the Tradier platform. And the SPY up there certainly could be sold, but I don't like that we missed the down move. Let's take a look back here again, make sure. So again, we don't have much going on to trade. So that's, again, one of the issues that we have to look at. Okay, let's go back to the main board. Tesla in the middle of nowhere, nothing to do. When we looked at it a little bit earlier, but really nothing to do. It has come off quite a bit from its high. XBI, you could look at selling some put spreads here. Let's see what this looks like. XBI, X-ray, Bravo, India. Let's see here. I want to sell some put spreads. So let's say if I sell the 102, 96, 554. So I'm paying $1. Now here's a perfect example, is that you are not getting a bargain by selling the spread. If you think it's going to rally, which I do, you'd be much better off buying the calls themselves, because you can buy the calls for about $1.39. Okay, and I'm paying basically. Oh, I apologize. I thought it was $7 away. It is obviously a bargain here as well to sell this spread as well, because you're paying 46 cents versus $1.41. I made a calculation error. Thought I was looking at the $7 wide spread. Okay. In the meantime, back to here, see if anything did happen. And we really did not anything happen. Certainly, I wish I could sell the Dow, but I have no reason to sell the Dow. I have no reason to sell the NASDAQ. I have no reason to make any trade based on the model that we're trading right now. So again, why would I want to make a trade without a reason? Okay, I think that's something that you always have to remember, is that the reason would be to make trades. This would have been perfect last week, which we weren't together. But again, this is something that, again, I'm not a big fan. I try to trade the bigger ones that have a little bit more volatility to them, but certainly you can see the reaction, which is what we might have expected. In Zoom, this would be one that I would again look at here as well, which I'm going to do it right now. ZM Zulu Michael, ZM, and let's see here. Let's sell the. We sell the 60, 70 for 902. $10 spread. This is, or not here. This one I am 100% correct on. All right, this one, you're better off buying the puts here, okay, because you get a bigger shot at it. Now, if we do a little change here and sell the, let's say 65, 70, okay, it's a little bit better, but not worth. In this case, for 6 cents, I'd rather buy the call, because now I do have the chance for a bigger down move. Excuse me, buy the put. My apologies. Okay. But I'm not going to do anything with that right now. There's not enough in it for me. And I think when you look at Carvana, which is a new one we're looking at, this is certainly a potential to sell. I did, full disclosure, I did take a position this morning here. Okay. And I sold call spreads. I'll tell you exactly what I sold. Hold on. I sold in Carvana. I sold the 180, 190 in Carvana. Okay. So where did my screen go? Where did you go? I gotta find you guys again. Where did it go? Son of each. Hold on. I gotta find where I put you guys. Okay, there you are. All right. So let's go back to here and see. And now maybe the S&P. Here, I'm gonna put it straight out to you. Okay. The S&P is a potential if you feel like taking a little bit of risk. This is not a clean and pure trade. Okay. It's much more questionable, but I'm going to take it because we're here together. But I am not encouraging anybody to get involved because, again, we have still have a lack of the overall buy. Okay. But I am going to look at it. Okay. And right now, if we did make this trade, our stop would be at 58.39. 58.39. And we got to wait another 30 seconds or so. And it looks like it's going to be one, but we still got to wait. Got to be patient. Got to wait for that opportunity. 58.39 is the stop, and 5 seconds. I mean, it's pretty clear, so you can go ahead and take it. I did take it, and I sold mine. Sold 5 contracts. 58.39 stop. Okay. So we have a trade here working, whether it's going to work or not. Again, it was not, as I made it clear, it wasn't the cleanest or the greatest of all because I really don't have enough volume. I don't have enough panic. I don't have enough participation to make me really believe that it's going to be there, but we're here. So it was close. It was close. Now, normally I wouldn't be here right now. Other than for you, I wouldn't be watching this shit right now because there's nothing going on. Okay. Again, you have to be able to recognize when it is time to trade and when it's time to observe. And this is more of an observing market right now than it is an active trading market. Trying to be active into this market is more of a fool's game. Again, the trades we took that are a week away, hey, those are no problem. Those are high probability percentage plays. Okay. This trade is a little bit riskier because, again, I don't have enough volume, so a big order could come in and take me out right now. It could help me as well. I mean, again, it doesn't have to, but overall, the reason that I make the trade is because I'm trading off the other people's emotions, and that wasn't by the lack of real true volume, there was not any real emotion to that trade. So it was more of a little bit of a gamble trade. We're about break even. Again, unfortunately, I hope it finishes it while we're together. I don't think that it will, but maybe it will. You should have an order working below at about the first one should come off at about a $2 profit, like at 29, 28.50, somewhere depending on where you got filled at. If you took it, that's where you would be looking for. All right. And then another one at 26. And again, it depends how many you're trading. But one advice I will give all of you, if you are delving into the futures market, you want to trade multiples, at least 2. You want to have the opportunity to lift one off and let one run when they go in your favor. Okay. So that would be something to always remember, that you at least want to trade multiples so you have opportunities. I trade when I'm here. I normally trade the regular size, but when I'm trading with everybody else, I'm trading the micros so that we can be in sync. I can give you the exact roll of about how much money I make. But we'll see. In the meantime, you've got your stop in place. If you get your first one off at 28 or 29, wherever it's at, if you're in, go to break even on the balance. That locks you in a profit, and you don't have to worry about it. Then you get in your free rolling. And until Tuesday, have a great weekend. And remember, I do this every day. I do the market 120 5 days a week. So you get a little update of what I'm thinking early in the morning before it opens. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.